Were you a fan of Guy's movies?
It's always a bit embarrassing. It's embarrassing if they are, it's embarrassing if they're not.
I'm Matthew McConaughey.
I'm Michelle Dockery.
I am Charlie Hunnam.
And Guy Ritchie, and this is Notes on a Scene for the gentleman.
Oh, he's bought you a gun. That's a nice little gift. 5 years in prison all in one little box.
Oh, but that's not a gun, dear. That's a paperweight.
Of course it is. Along with a family of 6 baby bullets. Guess we'll have to get rid of that.
Yeah, when I got the script, it was one I went, oh, okay. This is the arena that I'd like to go play with that Guy Ritchie directing Lock, Stock, and Snatch. This is that small gangster crime world where things are a bit heightened. The humor is there. The bullets hit. People do fall out of buildings and die, but it's all got a hidden wink behind it.
The first time we ever met, which was for Arthur, we spent an hour and a half talking about the California medical marijuana business, which I realize now Guy's interested in that.
Oh, he's bought you a gun. That's a nice little gift.
You must have already been thinking about this.
Well, I wrote this film about 10 years ago, I think.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I've always been, incidentally, I don't have any particularly strong opinions on the legalisation or not of marijuana in the UK. And because it's fraught with all sorts of complications and nuances, this particular subject. There was a line once upon a time in the film that as long as there's a queen sitting on the throne, that marijuana would never be legalised in the great UK. And there's something that all of that is attractive to me.
Right.
And I'm not sure why, but I like the juxtaposition.
Right.
So Matthew Volger's given me this paperweight, yet he knows that if I'm holding on to it, it could be jail time, et cetera, but it's not actually a paperweight. It is a
gun.
Well, it's a gun with 6 baby bullets.
It's a tiny gun with 6 baby bullets.
Yeah, we did make it, actually. Hands Across the Sea. It's quite hard. The only one that they had in the country at the time was like an enormous caliber, and it was like fit for killing bears. So it wasn't very appropriate because we had to have 6 baby bullets. So how were we going to get 6 baby bullets in the one? So in the end, we had it made, and it is 24 karat gold.
Is it plated?
No, it's 24 karat gold.
No, I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Right there. Across the sea. And it works.
24 karat.
Yeah, and it does work.
That's a nice little gift.
Nice outfit, by the way. Nice skin.
This man could put his fingers on your threads and tell you what the thread count is, what the material is, what part of Syria it came from, and what it might cost you.
I am the costume designer. But this whole look, you see, I like all of this, and I like all of this. Because film, to a degree, is about contrast. And old matey boy is Mr. Americana, who comes from Inglaterra. And what we have over here is someone that's come from the rough side of the tracks and this is an aspirational outfit. In fact, these 2 characters are pretty aspirational. And it's the idea that an American has espoused, actually, you had this in Downton Abbey, there was kind of American money in an English world. And it's this espousing of a kind of English way of life, seen through an American prism. You're allowed to be an actor and enjoy all the best aspects of England without being dragged down by too serious a narrative. And I like that. So you can have that outfit, that look, but you're not authentically dragged down by the dogmatic narrative of sporting those threads. I very much like the idea that I've always been attracted to women that are attracted to cars, because I'm not. And I like that, again, it's a sort of juxtaposition. I like that. And there are quite a few girls I know that know a lot about cars and are terribly passionate about it. And I also like the idea that it's a garage where ladies can go and they don't feel intimidated or uncomfortable by traditional mechanics. So I just thought that was a nice sort of juxtaposition.
Sanctuary for the ladies.
Yeah. Also, I like the idea that you are essentially a businesswoman and you like your old man being a businessman, but you understand all the aspects of business. And I just saw that was an interesting world to put you in.
Yeah, and she's not a typical stereotype of a gangster's wife, you know. Like we say, she's got her own business and she knows what's going on with Mickey. She's very much kind of, you know, behind all of it and knows the score, which is, you know, different from any other role.
Yeah.
Of a woman in this type of film, which I loved. This was one of those scenes in particular where it was just...
We had a laugh, you and I, on this
It was-
one. 6 baby bullets. We made it all
figuring out
up
what
at the
to
time.
say. We did, yeah. But it felt like it was quite late in the day, this scene, because it was something that changed,
Well,
it,
yeah, we
from
really
early.
made most of this up.
And it was pretty much on the spot. Yeah, you kept like trying to find... We
weren't happy with what we
Yeah.
had, and it was, oh, look at
A
that.
box of bullets, a box of...
Yeah,
a
what's all-
small box, a family, a fan eventually.
And it wasn't, we weren't happy. Oh, it's a family,
Got
along
there.
with the family. 6 baby bullets.
Yeah.
Hello, Ray.
Rosalind, sorry for the interruption.
What do you need, Ray?
Laura Pressfield has been returned home safely.
Good. What else? So as I'm trying to measure, he is being one of the people that may have tried to sabotage my enterprise. My right-hand man, my heavy here, comes in and find out we've got another leak in the boat. We weren't clean. We've got a dead body on our hands to complicate things more so.
I quite like the fact that you're delivering this information in quite a tacit fashion, and it's you that cottons on to the fact that by his pause, there is more to come.
Yes. Good. What else?
Yeah, I was going to do another film that I was scheduled to do before Guy had asked me to do this that required a very long, substantial beard. So I showed up with this beard, right? And it was a little bit anxiety-inducing to begin with. But I think it ended up working, right? We dubbed some sideburns in, tidied the hair up a little bit.
You're a handsome man.
Oh, thank you, sir.
You are a handsome man.
The glasses were a last-minute addition, right? Those
great.
went on.
Well, I've modeled
30
my look on your
seconds.
look.
I know, I noticed that. Good. We're even wearing the same shoes today. But yeah, those were dubbed on 30 seconds before we started before we shot the first scene, right?
Well, you see, the other thing we didn't want is a traditional tough guy consigliere. I quite fancied this, and I think the glasses give you the illusion of being clever, Charlie.
Yeah, sure. I understand.
One of her associates had an accident.
Shit.
He fell out of a window, boss.
Hey, what's the time, Mr. Wu?
It's time for you to fuck off, lads.
Well, we just threw a man out the window. Yeah, it's a real stuntman. It's a funny thing, on the first film I ever did, which was called Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels, which we made about 23 years ago or something. And, you know, I'd watch films on stuntmen and all that sort of stuff, and couldn't wait. And we had one sequence where a man runs a man over and he dies. And so, you know, the stuntman was all limbering himself up, and I was sort of speaking to the stunt coordinator, how you going to do this? Is it really interesting? I thought there's got to be some special technique. Anyway, so the car comes along and the man threw himself in front of the car and he got run over. And that was it. You'll be surprised that the punishment that the stuntman can take. And he sort of got up, limped away again, and out came another stuntman who did the same thing to him. Yeah, this guy. He broke the floor with his face.
He's no longer with us.
Yeah, that was just one take. Yeah.
That sounds like quite an extreme accident.
Yeah, it's more like a death, really.
So you killed someone.
No, it was the gravity that killed him.
I brought this up to you, but I still think it's a good idea. You might not want to do it because, as you said, you want it to be elusive. But have you ever made dictionaries for your films?
No.
Because you do have probably thousands of
Ritchieisms.
Ritchieisms.
Salt and pepper.
Duck eating cunt.
And I'd say you can't look that one up unless you go.
No, you
see
probably
this.
can't. Well, of course, if you're a cunt and you eat duck, it would make sense. Yeah, usually I choose actors according to whether I think I'm going to get on with them or not. Sadly.
What if they're not any good?
Eh?
What if they're not any good at acting?
Well, that's secondary. What's primary is whether I'm going to have a nice time or not. Yeah, I think it's rare that I ever talk about the script when I meet an actor, and if they've read the script. I'd much rather talk about something more facile or philosophical. That way you can find out if you're on the...
Not enjoy small talk. Or if you do, you just don't ever have it.
Well, small talk. I do like, but small talk I feel is seldom about small talk. It's like the English talking about the weather. I don't think it's ever talking about the weather. I think it's some form of lubrication to understand the contours of one's character. Small talk should never be small talk, but it's still small talk. Yeah, what I'm interested in is whether I can dial into the frequency of an individual and whether you have some simpatico, you're on that similar frequency, and then everything's just much easier thereafter. And it feels to me like if you then propose an idea, or if they propose an idea to you, you'll be able to dial into that in a much more organic and efficient fashion. Otherwise, you're just tethered to someone that you don't really want to be with.